Hello everyone, today we are checking out Saka Ako Na Lang, I hope I'm pronouncing that right, or I Wish It Was Me by Millie Parfait. Now, a few of you recommended this song, and when I was looking the song up, quite a few versions came up from different NIJISANJI members, but I picked this one because it said the original song was this one, and I noticed it says my friends and I finished this in one day, so I was considering doing all of the songs at like one video, but I figured for now I'd just do one video with the original song. We'd take a look at it, and then if you guys would like, we could take a look at the other versions of this song. But aside from that, let's just jump right on into things. I'm pretty excited to see how this sounds like, because there were multiple of you that recommended this one. So let's just jump into things in 3, 2, 1, play. Alright. Alright, it looks like we're going for just ukulele and vocals. I don't hear any really percussive build-up or anything, so I'm gonna go ahead and assume this is just gonna be a ukulele song. Let's go back a bit, because I want to hear a bit more of those vocals. They're very clear. I don't know how much mix work was done on the vocals, but they sound really good. It's very, very clear. To me, it sounds like there's maybe just a very, very slight touch of reverb on the vocals, and then maybe a bit more treble focused as well. But the thing is, the vocals, they sound very complete in the mix. And I suppose they have to without any instrumental backing to them. But even still, the vocals are very complete. Even though they're hitting these higher pitches, we're still getting a pretty well supported vocal track, and we're also getting some breathiness to that. So even with the breathiness, the high pitch, it doesn't feel like we're necessarily lacking those mid-tones, perhaps not really any bass tones per se, but we still have this pretty consistent mid-tone in the vocal track despite the higher pitches. On that lyric there, when it's nang iba, I'm not sure what that means. There's an English translation at the top, but I'm not sure what exactly the nang iba translates to. But with that ng to the next lyric, pronouncing that ng, it's pretty impressive being able to hit that very smoothly. And I suppose that's partially because of the language and being used to speaking or singing in this language. But to me, as an English speaker, that ng to a very fluid lyric transition is pretty impressive, because a lot of times you'll hear vocalists that sing a lyric that ends with ng, and they'll usually just hit the N and sustain that. They won't really pronounce the G in the lyric. For example, like if you hear someone sing like everything or something, usually it's something or everything if they want to sustain that. They don't really pronounce that G because it makes it easier to manipulate, versus when the G it forces you to close off your breath, and maybe not your breath, but close your throat up a bit when you're pronouncing the You kind of have to push in your throat a little bit to close it off to get that pronunciation out. So getting a transition off of that, particularly if you're not used to it, is very impressive to me. Very clean. I really like that consistent lift in her voice. It's a very smooth transition from it feels like we're focusing more on the midtones and then lifting up to the treble tones and then diving back down. It's a nice lull to the vocal track. I really like that. Oh, please naman. Pansinin mo na ako, please. That's a good interjection there. Sana ako na lang kasi mas bagay I like that inflection she puts in because we get a bit of wavering in the previous vocal segment, and then it goes into that a little bit of I don't want to say twang, but we get a bit of inflection in that vocal segment there. Right there. I suppose the best way I can kind of describe it is it's like a slight bit of a nasal quality to the projection of it. We're getting a little more of that nasal quality to add just maybe a tiny bit of twang. I don't want to say twang because that can be a little misleading into what exactly I'm hearing, but it's a bit of flavor, a bit of flair, and a bit of inflection in the vocal track, and it sounds very, very good, especially when we're getting this isolation to the vocals and it's just centered around what the vocals are doing. Alright, that was really, really short. It was a very, very short song compared to everything we've reacted on this channel, but I really liked that. I didn't really have a lot of commentary to put towards the instrumentation per se, though the ukulele, it served its purpose, and it had a very good tonality to it, though I haven't really played the ukulele much. I haven't really worked with a ukulele track that much, so I can't say too much about like how much it was mixed or if there was any real effect on it. It didn't sound like it. It sounded pretty acoustic, sounded pretty natural. I liked its role. It's a very simple composition to the song, but it's very pleasant. It's a nice, relaxing song that it's something you could just sing whenever someone asks you to sing something. And it's a very, very pretty piece, especially to do in one day. You know, it's a very nice little song to make together. So yeah, thank you very much for recommending this to me, and let me know if you'd like me to check out the other versions of the song. I saw there was a couple of versions. If I'm not mistaken, it was a Korean and a Spanish version, perhaps some other ones. Let me know if you'd like me to check those out. Aside from that, feel free to recommend any other videos to check out, and I will see you all next time. Thank you so much.